Hello and welcome everyone. We're happy that we're all together again. In this tutorial, we'll start discussing the different types of the lamps. So fasten your pull and let's get started. The aim of this tutorial is to take a quick overview on the different main categories of the lamps that are used in the lighting system design. And then we will learn the required details about the filament lamps that will help us for implementing any lighting system design. So let's go ahead. First of all, we can categorize the different types of the lamps into three main categories: the filament lamps, and the gas discharge lamps, and the LED lamps. And this categorizing process is made according to the working principle of each type of them. And that means the filament lamps have the same working principle, and the gas discharge lamps have the same working principle also, and also the LED lamps works with the same principle. So according to the method of operation, we have those three main categories. And for that, let's see what is the working principle of each of them. Here for the filament lamps, there is a conducting material inside the glass bulb, like that one here, that is called the filament material, and this filament material is made of the tungsten in many cases. And it produces the light by the way that it enables the electric current to move through the conducting material, that is the filament material. So when the electric current is moving through it, its temperature starts to raise up, and when its temperature raises up, it produces a kind of light and another kind of heat. So that's the basic idea about the filament lamps. After that, we have the gas discharge lamps. That is another kind of the lamps that has a gas inside it, like the helium gas for example. And when an electric power source is applied to that lamp, the gas inside it starts to gain some energy due to the increased electrical voltage that is applied to the lamp, so the voltage makes the molecules to gain energy. And then those gas molecules starts to accelerate and collapses with the glass bulb, and due to this collapsing operation of the gas atoms or molecules, it starts to light up to produce the required light. So this is for the gas discharge lamps very simply. And finally, we have the LED lamps. So they are a new technology of the lamps that uses the semiconducting material to produce the required light, as the LED or the LED is the abbreviation of light emitting diodes. So that means the LED lamps is nothing but a special kind of the diodes that are used to produce the required light. So it's a diode consisting of two terminals, the anode and the cathode. And then the electric current is moving through a specific direction from the anode to the cathode, and then the electric current is moving through a specific direction from the anode to the cathode, and at that condition the lamp starts to light up with a specific color according to the wavelengths of the produced light. But you know, for the shape of the market LED lamps that we will use in the interior or the exterior design, it looks like that one or that one here. So that lamp consists of many small LEDs, that is the accumulation of all of the LEDs generating the required light with the required amount of lumens according to the manufacturing specifications of the lamp. So that's about the basic idea about the LED lamps. And now we need to start with some details about the filament lamps to understand the required details related to it. As we said, the filament lamps consisting of a conducting material, and when there is an electric current that is moving through it, its temperature starts to rise up to increase greatly, and for that it produces the required light. But this filament material itself must have some specific properties to do its job well. So the first property of the filament lamp is that it must be made of a material that is capable of increasing its temperature highly, like the tungsten material, and the aim of that is to produce the required light. As when its temperature increases, the lamp produces a larger light. And the second property of the filament material depends on the first one. As we said, its temperature increases highly, so it must be made of a material that is able to withstand the larger amount of temperature that is produced from it. As some other metals melt when its temperature increases highly, so that filament that is made of the tungsten can withstand a larger amount of heat without melting up. And also the third property of the filament material is that it has a higher value of resistance. So this is to decrease the electric current that is going through it, and we need the electric current to be smaller for the lamp to limit its electric current moving through it, so we can limit the absorbed power when the current decreases. And we achieved that smaller current from that relation here, so the current equals the voltage over the resistance. So when the resistance increases, the current will decrease as a reason of the inverse relation between the current and the resistance. Very good, so that's about the filament properties. But we need now to talk about the lamp properties itself. So what are the properties of the filament lamps as a whole? Here, the first property is that the lamp produces a larger amount of heat out of it. As we mentioned, the filament temperature increases highly. But this is a big disadvantage of the lamp, as when it produces a larger heat, this means that a larger amount of electric power is converted to heat. And for that, the second property is that the lumens out of that lamp is low compared to the electric power that it consumes. So it produces a lower value of lumens. And the third property is that it has a larger total losses, and this is due to the excessive heat that is produced out of it. And then the fourth property is that it consumes a larger power. And finally, a logical result of those first four properties is that it has a lower efficacy, as the efficacy equals the lumens over the power as we learned before. So when the lumens are small and the total electric power is large, we will find that this is because the lumens is low and the heat emitted from the lamp is high. So all of those properties will produce a lower overall efficacy, as you see. Alright. So that's about this tutorial, and on the next tutorial we will extend talking about the filament lamps. Hope that's clear right now. Thank you for watching and see you next tutorials.